fine. Besides, they were all your fault anyways.
Oh, you... Okay, so we started it back up again. Bit of technical issues, but it's all good. I don't know if it's coming... No, it's live again. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not showing up live for me, but is it showing up live for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, I like how it started as soon as I, like, roasted you on the technical problems last time.
That's very cool, Sam the malware fan.
See, it's funny, because only Ryan and I will get that reference.
Not just me, also Silver, Croc, and everyone else in the cult of memes will get that. Ah, NDKfilms. What a present surprise. Ow! I cracked my knuckles and that hurt that time. What a present surprise. Thank you for coming down, my guy. Okay. I think we got a sufficient amount of people. Like, 3 people.
And I'm pretty sure the other 2 are us. Because I know I'm watching the stream.
Well, we don't care about that. Let's just start.
Yeah, we totally don't care about ourselves, okay?
Yeah, we're not egotistical narcissists. Except for Sam, he's obviously one.
Eh.
You're just like, eh. Alright. Done with the agua. Let's get to the main meat of this. So, the Ultraman anime came out this year, about, like, what, last week? 2 weeks ago? Right?
Yeah, like a week ago.
And...
At the time of recording?
Yes. And, for
Indeed.
me, I really liked it. But my partner, the one who I'm supposed to trust, had some...
Okay, when did you say ever that you needed to trust me? I
trusted you on Evangelion. I trusted you to give me those last 2 episodes, but you didn't. You gave me malware. Is what you gave.
Hey, maybe it's just because I have an ad blocker installed on my computer and you don't.
Does it also block the hate?
I don't know. Does it block really bad insults? I don't think so. Good night, everybody.
Okay, let's actually start with this because we've, again, rambling as we usually do. Except this time it's going to be a bit more insultive with our rambles.
It's going to be a lot more passive aggressive. And I'm just, this is probably going to be my favorite episode. Right. I'm just saying that right here, right now.
So again, I enjoyed the anime. Sam didn't. We're gonna get into the main meat. And it's about to get rowdy.
It's about to get real heated up in here. So be sure to grab anything that cools you down.
I need to grab a cough drop real quick.
No one else is showing up in the chat.
Alright, I'm back. So, now time for me to destroy you with facts and logic, but facts and logic because I have cough drop helping me because my throat hurts.
Use his reverse card.
It's not how it works, Sam.
Well, aren't I now gonna destroy you with facts and logic?
If you have it. We're
Ow.
being really passive aggressive.
No,
it's not even
this is
aggressive. It's just aggressive.
Yeah, exactly.
I haven't seen the anime, but I've read the manga. Has similar art too. I haven't read the manga, so I can't really say that. But I'm pretty sure they're very similar. I'm pretty sure they're very similar to each other. But with all things changed. Should we talk? How should we discuss this though? Like,
I have absolutely no idea how we should go about discussing this.
we should have thought of this first,
We should have.
but we didn't, and now here we are. I think we should talk about episode by episode. I get not episode by, but like what we liked with the series, what we disliked. I know it's very basic, but come on, we're trying. So, me, what? I'm confused of how I should say, if I should really set it up like this, because I liked it. I really, really did. I find it much better than the Godzilla anime for two reasons. One, there was actually an attempt at making good, enjoyable characters. And two, the fight scenes have improved. Sam, now you can talk.
Okay, first of all, you're wrong.
I'm gonna listen now.
So I very much did not enjoy this series. I didn't really find any of the characters to be likable. I thought the animation was really bad. I thought it was a poor sequel to the original Ultraman series. And I didn't really like its tone and atmosphere. If that's kind of my weak point, but whatever.
Okay,
we'll talk about all this.
Look, the animation, I have two opinions about it. When it comes to the animation, when it comes down to it, the good animation comes from the fights. The sort of decent animation, in my opinion, comes from everything else. Because everything else, the art style, in my opinion, looks fine. I enjoyed it. The animation, though, can be a little jerky, a little wonky at times, but it's very minimal. What did you have a problem with the animation, though?
The fact that it was
Don't
the
say,
fact that
don't
it just
say
looked
3D.
It's not fully because it's 3D. Like, I don't mind 3D animation. Like, the Godzilla anime had 3D animation. I really liked that. I think the issue was making it more... Because, like, they used mocap actors for this series, and that's why a lot of the movements are so weird, and I never really got used to that. That and the fight scenes, I couldn't ever see what was going on. It was just like a series of metal parts just flying around and monsters just going, ah.
And that is where you are wrong, Sam. Because the way the... How do I even... How? Metal parts, Sam?
What?
How dare you?
What?
The animation in the fights, yes, it's done with mocap, but the thing about it is it looks a lot better because there was actual fight choreography that went into the scene. Yes, it may look like that at times, but that's really just because it comes down to the animation. It can get like that because they're doing sort of a blend between 3D and 2D. My question is why you would insult it like that, you monster.
Well, I mean, like, for the Ultraman and Bemular fight, it's basically, that's what it is. It's just it's just two guys in metal suits just throwing kicks and punches, and I couldn't really see much beyond that.
You couldn't even see the good choreography within the scene? No?
No, because it was just a jumble of metal parts flying all over the place.
Isn't that, though, better than having a fight where it's just one monster lifting another monster off the ground?
Debatable.
Got him.
Hey, at least when there actually was fighting in the Planet Eater, I could actually see what was going on. And it wasn't
Only
done with mocap.
somewhat debatable. Now, you had a problem with the characters, Sam. I want to hear about this.
You sound like personally offended whenever I say anything
Because
against
I don't
this.
get why you hated it.
Well, I don't find any of the characters likable at all. Shinjiro is just really generic. Seiji Kudo is like really annoying. I completely forgot about everyone else. The only characters I actually really liked were Dada and Dan Moroboshi.
Okay. I can agree with you on that. Dada was a good character.
Dada was an absolute unit, okay? He was a rad dude.
He had a good suit and a good personality. I liked him. That's something
Yeah.
we can both agree upon and not throw kicks and punches at each other for. I can agree with you slightly, only slightly, that Shinjiro did feel a bit generic. But hey, that's just a thing. Okay. Dan's character in the show, I had a bit of mixed feelings on. At the same time, yes, it was sort of that like disciplinary type of character that I did kind of like. The one problem is that it could kind of go off the far end where he acts way too serious for his character. My opinion, at least.
Wait, are you talking about Dan Moroboshi?
Yeah.
See, I like Dan Moroboshi because he's the only one because he just feels so tired of all the crap that Shinjiro has to say. He's just like, hey, look, there's a monster over there. I'm gonna go and kill it, and then he kills it, and that's awesome.
Yeah, he brutally kills like any monster he comes up against.
I saw. I'm going on a tangent for a minute, but I saw. Actually, no, it's not appropriate now. We'll talk about that later once we get to the. Actually, no, never mind. I'll talk about it now.
Oh.
I saw a post made by Godzilla memes on Instagram that was like when it was like half a shot every time someone's arm gets chopped off in the Ultraman anime.
It's always the left arm too.
Yeah, it's weird.
What do the animators have against the left arm?
I guess they're all righties. Right-handed.
Are you left-handed by some chance, Sam?
No, I'm right-handed.
Oh. Well, then cut off your left.
Are you left-handed?
I'm right. Except I'm left eye dominant. That's something weird about me. Hey. Wait, read the comments. Read Gojira Wars' comments.
It's ironic that Sam was complaining about boring characters in a Netflix anime. At least Haruo became interesting 2/3 of the way into the Godzilla anime trilogy.
No, Sam. Last third, Sam. Last third. At least there were enough. There were at least more than 2 good characters in the show. At least
there were a definitive 2 good characters in the show, versus like 1.5 good characters in the anime trilogy.
I don't know about that one, Chief. Just saying.
I said at least there are.
Well, there is.
Like, who else are you talking about? Who are the other good characters you are referring to, Ryan?
I mean, I can agree with you on some points that Shinjiro was a bit generic, but I don't think of him as mainly generic. Okay? There was... Hold on. Wait 1 second. leave a call for a second.
Okay, so Ryan died. Well, that just leaves me here, and how is everyone in the chat today? I mean, I'm doing pretty good, aside from the fact that I'm talking about a series that I don't like. Um, uh, hello there, a Swagzilla King Gamer. That's a cool username. See, this podcast is only fun when there are at least 2 people on. Because then there's a back and forth discussion. It's either that or us absolutely murdering each other. But at least our conversation destruction is more clear than the... Oh, you're back. Okay.
What are you talking about?
I was just talking about how there needs to be like how it's kind of boring when there's just one person in the call.
I see. All right. So about Shinjiro, by the way, yes, I can think he sort of feels a bit like Shinji, minus the existentialism and the depression. But you can't say he's a terrible character, because he actually does stuff, and he actually acts upon stuff in the show. Like, for example, when Reina sort of confronts Shinjiro, when he's Ultraman, about like being able to save people, but not like save people, not taking people's safety into account when he's fighting like aliens and monsters. So he acts upon his mistakes, and you know, it's not like he's just cardboard cutout Haru in Monster Planet.
Kinda, I guess. But and it's like, I mean, it's good that he's not like, screw everyone, I'm just gonna do my own thing. He's like, he actually is willing to take constructive criticism for what he does.
So,
but like, I just don't really find him like that interesting of a character. He just doesn't really do a whole lot.
I can see why you think that, so I'll give you that. I digress. Okay. We just got real quiet. Wait, what else are we gonna talk about with this though? Because the fights, you gotta admit, look good. You can't say that they don't look good. I don't get why you say they're jagged metal on screen. You make me upset.
Well, I just can't see anything that's going on.
What about
in
the
them?
Yapu, the Ace Killer fight at the end of the series? What about that? That was great. Like all these moves.
Okay, like being 100% honest with you, I completely forgot that fight. Aside from the fact that Seiji Kudo died.
And yet you remember every minute of the Planet Eater fight.
Yes.
You make me sad.
I'm sorry, little one.
Sorry, little one.
Proceeds to throw Ryan off cliff into a perpetual abyss where you'll have to watch nothing but the Planet Eater constantly.
Why? Why did you can't remember any minute from that fight? Anything?
No, I can't. I like.
Not Seiji
I
being
know that there,
shot in the
like,
firing squad. Not
I
the
know,
big
I
blow
know
up
that
the
there was,
house. Not Ace Killer's
like, yeah, I
entrance.
know that there was a
Nothing.
burning house. I know it was set in the woods, and I know there was like some sort of big ass meteor that like was yeeting itself towards Earth, and that
You mean you
Bemular
mean you mean you
stopped.
mean Ace Killer using his 25 kill streak? That's a joke.
Sure.
That's a joke I want to just use. Like when that part when Ace Killer just used his 25 kill streak. That's a joke I'm gonna use. He sends down the meteor. That's his. Yes. Okay. Anyways, you were saying.
Yeah, I remembered the setting. I remembered the people who were there, but I don't remember the actual fight.
Sam just turned memento. that that boggles me. That really boggles me, Sam.
What did I find the fights in the Ultraman anime to be bad, or at least not very good?
Because this fight in City on the Edge, that was just two like three robots going at Godzilla, back and forth with nothing to it.
Yeah.
And Monster Planet, what was even Monster Planet? Yet you have problems with the end. I don't understand you.
Look, it's not that there's actual. Look, from what I'm. Call me out. Call me out if this isn't what you actually think, but it seems like you prefer the fights in the Ultraman anime because they're actual fights. It's and referring to the Godzilla anime, it's just a series of stuff happening, and it's only, and the term fight is only used in the loosest terms, or as you would put it, it's in quotations, but the quotes are at a font size of 257.
That's partially true. My main point is that there was actually an attempt with the fights to bring something new to the table. Unlike Monster Planet, City on the Edge, and Planet Eater, where there was barely anything going on. Yes, they looked beautiful, but is that really all we got out of it?
I mean basically, but we're comparing.
You can say there was something good about Planet Eater because it was cutting to the human drama, which actually helped sort of build the story there. That's the only good thing I can say about that fight. The fight itself, though, was not entertaining.
Aside from the very beginning and the very end.
Yeah. Yeah. This is a very interesting podcast we're having, and we're only 23 minutes in. We're being so passive aggressive. This is like probably the most emotion you're gonna see out of us.
Broderick how do you say that? Broderick Hiscock? I don't know. He said for him to say his name, so there you go. He also says that
I do not care what you say. I love the Godzilla anime. Where's the remove?
Up top.
Where's the remove? Where's the remove button? There it is. Report.
See, you're dealing with two polar opposites, and this is very entertaining. Welcome to the Monsters of Then and Now podcast.
Ghidorah is. Oh god. Great. We're dealing with polar opposites. It's basically the Dark Knight if the Dark Knight was two 15-year-olds screaming at each other.
15 to 17-year-old individuals screaming at each other.
Yeah. On two other sides of the continent.
And
And
then
I'm
Goju
with...
Fan 417 is left in the shadows.
We just saw it. Is your stream still live?
Yeah, it's still live.
For me, it says it's not. That's weird. Okay. Continuing on. What else should we talk about in the Ultraman anime? Because I want to keep.
I
going
really
on
don't
this.
like Bemular.
I'm halfway with you, but I'll listen to it.
I really don't like Bemular.
I'm halfway with you, but I'll listen.
Okay, first of all, starting off, the design is terrible. Like, okay,
He's supposed to
it's
look
cool
like sort of
for
Ultraman.
what it.
He's supposed to sort of
Like,
look like Ultraman, but not Ultraman. Man.
Like, it's kind of cool. I do like it. You know, just looking at it a bit at face value, but it's not Bemular. Bemular is a weird stick-looking, cigar-looking thing that goes like, and I don't think that's exactly what this Bemular is trying to do. It's just kind of a Bemular that
It's sort of the spirit of Bemular embodied into like this Ultraman sort of thing. That's basically what he is.
Yeah, but like it's weird because
It's the same
during
thing if why
the
was Velcron shrunk in the show. He was this giant towering monster, and now he's about the size of Tyrant from Resident Evil. In other words, he's big, but he's not that big.
yeah, I can like give leeway for Bemular being real. I mean, I could definitely give leeway for Bemular being so small because
you can't say
like
he's not
in
intimidating at all. Because he proves to be somewhat of a threat in the first 2 episodes.
yeah, I mean I could say that, but like, wait.
Oh, I got him! Ladies and gentlemen, we've got him.
I mean, like, I could definitely give leeway for Bemular being smaller because, like, in the original Ultraman series, he was like this blue orb thing. He was first this blue orb thing that was being chased by Ultraman, and then he landed in a lake, and then that's when he turned into the monster. But what's also weird was that apparently the Bemular we see in the anime was the same one we saw in the original show. So
But then again, Dada died in the original show, correct? I believe he died in the original show. So how's he back there?
Hold on. This is. You see? Do you hear my keyboard sounds?
Dude,
This
I hear
requires
the
me to
keyboard.
look.
I hear the keyboard clacks.
Oh.
Oh, Gojira 417 has a problem with Dada talking. Do you want to invite him into the podcast so we can tell him how objectively wrong he is?
Why do we need to invite him when I could just say that he's objectively wrong right here?
Gojira 417, not Gojira Goji Fan 417. Your opinion is objectively wrong. So,
But I mean, like, it's fine with. I mean, like, it's fine with Dada because like he's a member of an alien race, so it's like, oh well, this is just another individual. But like, from what I could tell, Bemular, he was just like a one-time thing. He showed up, he fought Ultraman, then he died.
I mean, I can see why you'd be like that, and at first I wasn't really too keen on Bemular coming back. It's like, yeah, it's Bemular, the first enemy. I get what they were trying to do, but at the same time, why? But for what he is, he's still a good villain. You can't say anything other than
like
that.
the first 2 episodes, he has a similar problem. He's kind of like Metphys in the Planet Eater. I'm sorry, Ryan. Please don't massacre me. I'm sorry I keep bringing up the Planet Eater in this podcast, but I really just need to.
Here?
It's kind of like an easy comparison because they're both
your audio
kaiju anime of.
Don't talk yet.
Oh wait, can you not hear me anymore?
I'm
Or
gonna try and fix this. Sam,
yeah?
why can't I hear you? No. Hold on.
Wait.
No more technical issues, please. No more technical issues. I want to hear this opinion of yours. All right. Wait. Talk. Frick. Oh, no. Not again. Not again. We are experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by. Sam, can you talk now? Oh my god, I got it back. Okay. I don't know what happened there. I'll figure it out later. Okay, we're back. Now, Sam, can you tell me what you were going to say? Because I kind of forgot. You have some technical issues with my headphones. I can't really hear you at all. Try it again. The desktop audio's off. Why is the desktop audio off? It is on. Sam got swatted. Hold on. I'm gonna try and fix this. Alright, let's talk. Okay, we're good. The stream stopped slightly.
Yeah, right now it's showing that the live stream's offline.
Is it live
so
now?
I'll just
Is it live now?
Not yet. I mean, there is like lag with the stream generally, so it should be back on like
Okay.
in a few seconds.
Because now it's
So
live.
it should be fine.
It's live now for me.
Alright. Alright, so that should be fun.
Let's wait a little bit.
Okay,
Alright,
Gochu417 says it's live for him, so...
Oh, okay, so... let's get
Okay.
back to it.
Okay, so it's life for everyone else.
Michael Zillacraft.
But the true
You were right.
But the true question is, Michael, you are wrong.
Oh no. He's
We've
right.
been over this.
You don't have blocking power on the Sam, so don't try it.
I think you forget that I'm a moderator.
Oh shit. This is why I need to remove the power. There's too many people with power.
I'm your co-host. And you're saying that I need to be removed of my mod powers.
Yes, because I am the Senate.
Understandable. Have a great day.
You want to betray my power? You want to do that, Sam?
No.
Please say you do.
I do.
It's treason, then. I just wanted to snip that in there. I don't really care. Let's continue.
Okay. So Vemular, I have a similar problem that I have to Vemular that I have with Metphys and the Planet Eater.
Is it similar in a way that that makes it similar?
Sure. It's that I don't really understand either of their motivations, or that I don't understand Vemular as a character.
Okay. I'll meet you halfway on that. Because, I mean, the thing with Metphys, though, is motivations may not work too well, but the conflict is enough to build him as a villain. With Vemular,
Right.
it's a bit more skewed, because, yeah, he doesn't want these two people to have Ultraman as the power. It gets a little convoluted there, but, okay, I'll meet you halfway on that. But what I have the problem is like you say he's a cardboard villain. You know. Why?
Like at the very like at the beginning of the show, he's pretty alright. He's really just nothing special. He's the monster of the week for Shinjiro to be like, hey, I have this new cool Ultraman suit. Time to use it on. Time to go all Ben Shapiro and destroy this liberal of facts and logic. So that's fun. But like but it's after that where he just becomes kind of a mess, because like it's revealed later that like at the beginning of the show it's like Vemular destroyed the plane, right? But like at the end of the show, it's like, oh no, he wasn't behind the plane destruction. It was behind the Stardust Council, or whatever the frig their names are. I forgot who they were too.
You mean the Universal Alliance? I can't remember their name, but it's something Universal Alliance. Let me look it up.
I thought it was like the Stardust Council or something.
No,
I don't know.
I think it was
But whatever. Generic alliance organization thing. Which, by the way, I totally called that. They were gonna be evil just by seeing the Zeton in the hospital when he first name dropped them. I was like, oh yeah, these are totally gonna be the bad guys. And then it's revealed like in episode 11 that they're like the bad guys, and I'm like. Like, I was just at my boiling point by then. I was just basically done with it. And so...
I mean, it makes his character much more interesting because we thought that Vemular was going to be this big old villain. But it's like, what's going on? Because now he's sort of that anti-villain sort of thing. Where he's like trying to fight for a cause, but
it's like... But like now it's shown that like he's a good guy now.
He's
and
not
it's like,
really a good guy, in the sense that he's a good guy. He's just like, god damn it. With Vemular, he's trying to fight for what he believes in. It may not really fall in line to what the characters believe in, though, to be good. Um, so it comes like more conflict for the main characters. Is what I'm trying to say, I think.
But like, when does it ever cause conflict for them?
Because like all, I mean, what Ben Miller wants is for these Shinjiro and Hayata to not have the power of Ultraman on Earth. So that's really part of his main plan. Except, you know, he's trying to like keep. I guess he's like trying to keep, like, alien sort of like not like, shoot. Now my opinion's falling apart.
And another thing that I just learned right now, or I just remembered right now, we first learned about the whole Bemular explosion thing in the plane explosion thing in like the first episode,
yeah.
which is a flashback episode to when Shinjiro was like a kid,
Yeah.
or like a little kid,
Yeah.
and I don't know how long ago that was, but I'm gonna assume that Shinjiro is about like 16, and like back then he was like 5 or 6, so about 10 years
Yeah.
between then and like the proper story that we see.
Okay, your point.
My point is, if Bemular is this like rebel guy who just wants to fight for his proper cause, why didn't he ever just go to the Science Patrol and it was just like, hey, this is what I want to do. This is what these guys want to do. They're the bad guys. I'm a pretty alright dude. Why don't we just team up and fight against them? He has to show up when Shinjiro is like all weird and mopey because he has these new Ultraman powers and is like, and he's being all cryptic and it's just like, it's like, give me the powers, boy. And he's just like, no. And then Hayata comes in and he's like, hey, he's not Ultraman, I am. And then Hayata dies, but not really. And then Shinjiro is like, okay, I'm an angry lad now.
I actually don't get
Time
why
to die,
Hayata
liberal.
didn't die, though. That's the one part I didn't get. That was a stab through the chest. Stab through the heart. Didn't really get
I feel
that.
like, yeah,
okay.
I feel like Hayata. I feel like Hayata
He's
should
Ultraman,
have died. It would have made more of an effect on Shinjiro as a character, but whatever. The whole that stuff can be dealt with later. So why does he have to be all cryptic? And why doesn't he just go up to the Science Patrol and he's just like, hey, these guys are the bad guys?
I can see.
Like, that's a pretty big issue, right?
I can't
Because, like,
see.
Because, like, because I'm pretty sure that he was, like, sticking around Earth for all those years. Because, like, all the aliens and stuff, they were living in, like, this...
the sort of, like, realm. It's...
Yeah, like, the aliens were still, like... The aliens were all on Earth, and they were living in the city, and, like, in this little ghetto place. But, like... So, you're actually telling me that Bemular didn't decide to go and talk to anyone? That he was just hanging out in the atmosphere, just like... Alright, now's the time. He flies to Earth, and then he fights everyone again? Like, that's actually a really big problem. That's actually a pretty big plot hole.
Here's the thing, though. I mean, at least it's better developed than having Metphis as the villain at the very, very end. It's not like it's not like Disney twist villain bad, but it's...
I'm not bringing up the Godzilla anime for this conversation. I'm just referring straight to the Ultraman anime. Why didn't he just go and straight up like talk to everyone? And why didn't he do that? Why? That's actually a really big issue. Like a plot hole. I might be over exaggerating it, but whatever.
A little bit.
It's like
You're...
maybe just a little bit, but like it is actually a plot hole.
It is,
like an actual problem.
It can be, but it's something that you can get through. Maybe not you, but I can.
I mean, I did figure this out like just now. So
Might have to think about that one, Chief.
do I have? I might have to think about it, or you might have to think about it.
We both might have to think.
Because no, because like with me, like maybe it's just because I wasn't initially very excited to go into the show anyway, so I was more open to its issues. But this was all. But I figured this out after I watched that. So
I mean, for me, I really only started to like the Ultraman, not Ultraman, but the Godzilla anime only after the second viewing, which isn't really the best of looks when you think about it. You really want to nail those first impressions. I can see where you're
like,
coming from. I mean, it's just kind of interesting, though, as you would say you love Godzilla anime when it comes to it, when the characters aren't really anything too special. They're not. You can't even say they're generic. They're just kind of bland. At least except for Metphys and Haru. But other than that, there isn't really any characters that you can say were actually memorable. Other than those two.
you don't get why I enjoy the Godzilla anime, yet I find this to be not very good.
Yeah, I kind of do.
Basically. Well, I don't. Well, I don't know why you keep bringing the Godzilla anime into this. Like, I know this might be like dodging the question.
I
but
know,
like,
I know. You know, you want to keep it out of this. I get it. It's just that's the one of the
But, like,
questions that's been on my mind for a while when it comes to this topic.
and I mean, like, it's. I mean, I get why you're bringing it up, but
It's
like
because the characters
because, you know,
were there was actually an attempt, and the characters are actually enjoyable. I mean, most of them at least. Yes, there's
All-
a few outliers that.
two of them are enjoyable, from my perspective.
And now I forgot what I was gonna say.
But like, and then like going back to Bemular, and like at the very end, he like destroys an asteroid, and he takes Seiji Kudo somewhere, which by the way is the only part of the Ace Killer fight that I actually remember, and I just don't get this character. Like, what even is Bemular? Is he a good guy? Is he a bad guy? Is he a rebel? Is he
Well,
just...
we don't really know that much about him yet. He's sort of got his own motivations that we just have to figure out and just learn as the show goes along.
Well, we don't know if the show is getting a second season, so for all we know, this could be it. This could be the Ultraman anime. And we are basically left on a cliffhanger with this character. We don't know that much about Bemular. He shows up at the very beginning as the first monster of the week, and he shows up at the very end as this pseudo rebel good guy persona,
I don't really see him as
personality,
a good
whoever.
guy. I just really see him as a villain with his not really a villain, but this character with his own motivations that can conflict with the main character's motivations. It's just they sort of haven't yet. They haven't really collided yet.
If that's what they were trying to do with Bemular, why didn't they do that at the start? Why did they have to do this whole I am Bemular, the first enemy that you fight thing? Why did they have him almost kill Hayata? Like, I kind of know the answer why. It's because, you know, he doesn't want people to have Ultraman powers. But like, why did they have him go so far? Why couldn't they just have him be this guy who wanted to be like a peace negotiator or something, who, granted, is intimidating, but ultimately his motivations are for the greater good. Why couldn't they have that? Why do they have this weird robot monster thing instead of just going with the solution that I gave?
Actually, Goji Fan 417 brings a point. Anti-hero, maybe. I mean, granted, he sort of is.
Yeah, but, well, the definition of an anti-hero is a good guy who has not necessarily that good positive character traits.
So he's more of the anti-villain in the show.
I mean, kinda, but hold on, I'm gonna do some
keyboard clacking.
Yeah. The central character in a story, movie, or drama who lacks conventional heroic traits. But Bemular isn't the main character. So, I mean, I guess you could, like, extend the definition, but, like, I just don't get him.
It's I mean, I know I'm bringing up the Godzilla anime a lot, but you had a similar thing with Metphys of, like, why Metphys didn't just use, like, himself as a sacrifice so that he could bring Ghidorah to Earth. I can see where you're coming from with that, but the thing is, it helps build conflict within the story. It doesn't really make sense in the story, but it can make sense when built. Why am I getting hiccups? When building conflict. Because now you have these two conflicts. It's Haru not wanting to, sacrifice himself because obviously, why would you? And then Metphys like, hey, I need you to be a sacrifice. Just do that for me, fam. And now he's confronting him with all these images from his life, and it builds the conflict between these two characters until the very end when Haru game ends Metphys.
Yeah, but the thing with Metphys versus Bemular is that Metphys was always in the trilogy. He was there. He was one of the main characters of the cast. Bemular is a side character.
Yeah, he didn't really. I guess he didn't really have time to develop. I'll give you that. He didn't really have too much time to develop what we've seen on the screen.
Like, if there's a season 2, they really better do some sort of overhaul with Bemular, because I am, like, not sold with this character at all. Like, I don't even know what I feel towards this guy. Like, a part of me is, like, anger, because, like, he's so poorly written, and others just, like, disappointment. Like, I don't even know what to feel. I don't even know. I don't even know what's the deal with Bemular anymore. Like, the Ultraman anime turned him from a mid-tier, decently iconic monster into this weird, jumbled character who they want to have as both a threatening villain and an anti-hero at the same time.
Not really anti-hero, more of anti-villain, but continue.
Whatever, he's an anti-something. I just don't know what to feel with this guy anymore, honestly.
Okay. You know what, why don't we jump on the things that we can actually agree upon? What, are you okay?
I'm fine. It was just more just like, frick, dude. I just really don't like Bemular. He's just really, really bad as a character. But like, whatever. Let's just go to other things.
And keep in mind, no. Let's just jump to the other things. I'll discuss with you afterwards.
All right.
Wait. Goji fan 417. I feel like if we do get a season 2, we need more Ben Miller development with his past, his motivations, etc. Okay.
We do need more of we do need more of that. Like
Well,
if we had like an entire like side story or like maybe like a little mini movie dedicated to Bemular that would reveal his motivations, why he didn't decide to go down to Earth in a 12-year period or something like that, because once again I don't exactly know like the whole time space thing. You know, understanding what his deal is. I would love that. Okay? Like I would be perfectly okay with that. But like as it is, he's just as he is in the first season or the first and as of now only season, he is a not good character.
okay.
Okay, on to the good things.
Dada. Okay, please talk
Dada.
about Dada for a minute.
Dada is
A
what
champ.
Bemular should have been. Okay? He was only there for an episode. We didn't need any more. He was perfectly fine for what he was.
I thought we were gonna get through with Baby Miller though.
Oh,
It's,
wait.
I'm talking.
No, because I'm done talking about Bemular now.
Okay. Oh, okay. Kind of sound like you weren't.
Like I'm just saying that Dada was what Bemular, you know, what he should have been. But like I'm just gonna I like a No, wait, why go to Japan? Why are you gonna leave? No.
Don't leave. We need viewers.
We need viewers for this podcast. We're only at like 2. But like yeah, I really did like Dada. He was actually a really good villain for his episode.
I mean, yeah, he's this kind of villain that, like, again, with all his own motivations, but, I mean, he's not really played as a hero or a villain. He's beats somewhere in that middle gray area, and that's sort of what I like, because they also play off his personality as well. He actually has a pretty good personality with this, like, sight. What am I trying to think of the word here?
Hold on.
What's
I'm trying to look up a term because I don't like almost suave in a way where like he's really charming, but like he's like really bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that. Which is interesting coming from one of the ugliest monsters from Ultraman.
Like let me just like I'm just saying like Dada got the good treatment in the show. Like he looks nice. He's a lot better than his original counterpart, let me just say.
So, another thing is Dan in the show, the Ultra 7, which I honestly I like the idea of Ultra 7, and I'm honestly disappointed that we didn't get enough Ultra 7 action in this. There really should have been a bit more, in my opinion. But yeah,
I really wish we had more time with all the individual ultras. Like
Jack,
as you said,
Jack was kind of a little disappointing in my opinion. He could have had his own episode, sort of a thing, developing his character. I get
Jack wasn't.
Get the type of character he was.
Yeah, but like Jack wasn't even an ultra. He was just kind of his own thing.
But I mean, what if he is in the next season? Like, what if he can actually like get a suit and be this big hunk of steel? Not steel, but this big lad.
Goji 417. I'm pretty sure it's a dad, but you know, Dada is just easier to say. It's like
because it's
calling.
It's basically what.
Actually, no, that's his point. I mean, he is Dada, basically.
It's just the show calls him it differently for some reason. I don't get why. He's still Dada.
Like this could be just like the name of an individual, Dada or something. Because like once again, alien race. Is that
'Cause I
No,
mean,
because,
that
like,
the one
or
Zeton alien was, which I actually did like for what he was on screen. He
I,
wasn't exactly Zeton. He was a different type of Zeton. So I can see if you're looking at. And why is Evan sending me stuff? Okay.
I liked his voice. He was just like, yes, there is something going on here.
Wait, what are you talking? Who
It's
are you
like
talking about?
Zetons.
Oh, yeah. I mean, towards the end of the show, he started to show like his personality, and like and I also do like the idea of him being just an alien in a suit, just that kind of a lad.
That right there is like just it's perfect.
Yes.
I want an Ado figure, right? I want it. Figure Works, please make an Ado figure.
Yeah.
Have him come with like a little desk and maybe like little Gendo Akari glasses, and just like just have him pose sitting at the desk.
Gendo Akari, he just like pushes up his one glass die. Just
He just runs. Ado just runs over to Rena, and he's like, after she is ejected from her entry plug, and he's like, "Are you okay?" Dude, I'm so hyped for Ava to finally release on Netflix.
Yeah, what we got?
But
what we got? Like 3 more months, right? 2 more?
Yeah, because April, May, June. Yeah, so like 3 more months.
No, 2 months.
Yeah. Like
that
as
I'm
of
looking
as of
forward
the
to
21st,
because I can actually watch
Yeah.
the end of Ava and actually talk about that.
and the last 2 episodes of the show.
I already seen the last 2 episodes. Those I were able to watch behind your malware.
Oh.
But we can talk about end of Ava. I'm gonna probably have to get the tissues and the suicide prevention hotline at the ready when that happens.
Dude, we need to do like a live commentary, like a commentary for the end of Ava.
we can't really watch it live because
I mean, like, I know, but like have us just like watch it and then like commentate over it, like what the guys over at the Evil Ishiro Honda podcast do. Like, they record themselves, and then, or we could just make that like a separate upload.
yeah, we can
I don't know.
do that. That'd probably be
Yeah. Yeah. But back to Ultraman.
Yes, let's get back to that because
we were at Ado. I do like the idea that aliens and
humans are
people
sort of like
are more,
like sort of
yeah, they like coexist with them more, and it's like a more integrated society and they live in a society. But it's still
yes.
It's still kind of weird because, like, and I don't know if this is just me going all SJW liberal over here, but like,
okay, here we go. It's okay. Take your time, Sam.
It's like I almost don't want to say it because, like, I don't even know if this counts as a criticism towards the show.
Okay,
but
well,
like,
say it.
It's weird because, like, it's almost racist in a way towards everyone, towards like the aliens and humans. Like,
okay, Sam, we're going into some deep territory.
Like, I know that's like I'm kind of like thinking about how I'm wanting to say this, but like in episode 7, which is like, or like 7 or 8, one of those episodes, Dada is like, Dada's being a Chad, standing on stage, doing what he is, and then he's talking to Shinjiro, and he's like, "Do you think it was aliens who were behind this?" And then he's like, "No, it was actually humans." And then Shinjiro is like, "Wait, it was humans this whole time? Wow, I thought it was aliens." It's like, it was just like weird, and I was like, "Wait, is that like, I don't know." I don't know. It's kind of weird. It's kind of weird and dumb. This is kind of like a not. It's just like
It's
kind of a non-criticism, really.
like a nitpick.
Yeah, I guess. Because like ultimately, it doesn't really like affect the show, but or like it's not really like actually something I could throw against the show. But like it's just a weird dumb thing I had with it.
Hmm.
And like this time, like I'm actually 100% fine if you don't see it that way, because like this is probably just me looking way too deep into things. But whatever.
Yeah, yeah, a
Yeah.
little bit. One criticism I did have with one of the characters was Reina. Yeah, even
Rana Sayama,
yeah,
the pop star.
yeah, yeah. The one problem I did have was her sudden change of character. Um,
Yeah, that was that was
going from
weird.
like my mom died because of you, Ultraman. But if they had a bit more time to develop, then I can see past that. But what we're left with is a bit too quick. It's sort of like, you know how I told you in the last podcast with Planet Leader on how like there wasn't enough time to develop Haru's like of this mentality of I'm gonna kill myself because I don't want Earth to progress and Ghidorah to come. I could see why he would do that. It's just if he had more time to develop, that it would actually make more sense. So
Yeah, if you had more time to do.
it's more of a minor criticism, but it's still something I should make noteworthy.
It's weird, and like at least with Haruo, it's somewhat more justifiable on that end because it like when it's revealed like that the vulture could work and that society could be rebuilt, like that was like the first time that actually happened. So I'm sure that he wouldn't have to experience any of that before because he was living in a Hotua village. But like here, it's just like for the entirety of the show, Reno was just like, hey, Ultraman, you can do it. I believe in you. I am a big Ultraman fan.
But
so
that's
like
what we learned, that was just like sort of to cover up that she kind of hates Ultraman because of what that happened. My problem is like her sudden change of going from I hate you, Ultraman, you killed my mother, to
it's like she never really had much of an issue when it's weird because like she also never really showed much of an issue with Ultraman with like Shinjiro when he and Bemular were, for example, fighting in the stadium, or like when she witnessed a fight like right in the middle of like Tokyo Square or like whatever that weird crosswalk thing is.
Okay,
like,
that part,
with,
yeah,
like,
I can see where you're going with this.
Yeah, but it just feels like it's like really out of left field,
Okay. I can see that. Alright. What else are we gonna
And then it's like with the weird like Prince alien dude. Like, what was up with him?
Okay. Yeah. I see. His character I didn't really understand, but at the same time, he's a middle ground, a gray area. I feel like 13 episodes wasn't really enough time to develop these characters, and I can...
It should have been like at least maybe like 20 to 26. Yeah. Like maybe more of like a full television season.
Interesting you would say 20 to 26, being as that was the length of the original even. No.
At least, I mean, I don't even think that it's like just a length thing. It was just like the showcase of like time and how this show chose to dedicate it between each of its characters. Because like comparing it to something like, and this I think is actually a much more apt comparison, something like Gridman, SSSS Gridman.
I've never seen it.
That's huh?
I've never seen Gridman.
Yeah, well, you should. It's great. But like that show is only like 12 episodes, and you got a chance. and you understood like all the characters' motivations in that time. Meanwhile, here there's one more episode, and there isn't, and like some of the characters we don't understand their motivations, i.e., Bemular, but like I don't know. We really you need to watch Gridman. Like it's a really great show. We should talk about that next podcast, actually.
If I watch it, okay, I see.
I mean, it's on Funimation's website, so.
Oh, Funimation. More like 50 gajillion ads at once. Please end my life.
You could always just install Adblocker, but whatever.
Well, I kind of don't want to do that, but anyways. What else are we going to talk about?
Well, we have Kaijuzilla in the chat now.
Oof.
Asking where the movie is. It's funny that he asks that, even though he isn't working on his movie, instead working on King of the Monsters toy fights. So.
Which we don't really have a problem with. It was a good fight.
I mean, it was alright. It was standard, but whatever. Okay.
What else? I mean, I feel like there's like something more we can talk about the series. You wanna give a rating out of 10?
Well, I didn't really like it all that much, but like at the same time,
If we get a second season,
like,
would you watch it?
Maybe just to see if like it can improve from what we have now. But like in terms of where it is right now, I cannot say it's a good show. Like I don't like it as it is right now. So I'd probably say a 3 to 4 out of 10, maybe.
Okay.
Which is like bad to below average.
For me, not decently, but I did enjoy it for what we got. Though I feel like with most of the characters, we could have developed, if we could have had more development, if there was more time to develop the characters evenly. So for me, it's gonna be like an 8, because I did enjoy it. So there's that. Maybe it would help, like, if we actually go through the show, maybe, and like have
Yeah,
our
like
own
gave it a
reviews.
rewatch.
Like give it a rewatch a second time. That's what I'm trying to do right now. So I am showing my sister because she wanted to know what that show.
Yeah,
was.
I might give it a rewatch. You know, just to see if like any of my opinions change.
Hey Sam, don't look at the chat. Don't look at your Giganfan for 1 message.
I know, I saw it.
It's true though.
I mean, not really.
I mean it is.
But not really.
No, it is.
But it isn't.
Do you want to get clapped?
I just like how that conversation went. I just like how you went from like a 4 to like a solid 10. In like a split second.
Okay. So we gave our ratings. We talked about the show. I think we're at the end. Ultraman anime is Iron Man and
Sam confirmed to be Errand Boy 2019. Well, I mean, I just happened to notice the question before Ryan, so.
Alright. So that's gonna do it for this podcast. Holy crap, that was pretty interesting. From technical issues to passive-aggressive insults, I think we got through it.
To basically half of this stream ranting about Bemular.
Yeah.
I'm dropping this news public ally. Okay.
Public
whatever.
ally. I think he's trying to say publicly.
Publicly. Oh. Alright, whatever. I don't care.
Okay.
So is that it?
Yeah, I
We
guess
just-
that's it. I think maybe it'd be better if we do a rewatch of the show. Maybe I could see some
Maybe-
things that I missed, and maybe you can see some things that you missed.
Yeah, maybe do that. Maybe watch Gridman. We're definitely watching Gridman.
So that's gonna do it for this podcast. Maybe we should make our own reviews soon. I don't know. I'm still
Yeah,
working on my plan
I mean-
to do the review on the time that I'm working on Jurassic World, but so
I'm definitely planning on reviewing this show after I give it another rewatch, maybe.
okay.
Yeah, so that should be an interesting review.
All right. Well, that's gonna do it for this podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll try and not make the podcast so spaced out. I really feel like it shouldn't be like 2 months wait. Yeah, I want to try at least do it monthly. Can't really do it weekly. It's kind of hard with news coming in because it doesn't really come in.
Double weekly, bi-weekly, every 2 weeks.
That's not how it works, Chief. It's not really much.
Every
to talk
2 weeks
about.
at the most consistent.
It doesn't.
How
There
about
isn't
that?
much news flowing in that time frame.
Yeah, so we could just talk about other movies. This is called The Monsters of Then and Now. So why don't we talk about some movies from then?
Shoot, you've destroyed my opinion with facts and logic.
I've got Ben Shapiro on your ass.
That was my job. Okay, so that's it for this podcast. Thank you guys for tuning in, and Sammy still
Remember
sucked
to wash
for-
your hands.
and Sammy still sucked for giving me malware. Okay, goodbye.